Well, I have to judge future projects, which I see 3 have been dropped out of the future, so there are fewer futures than I thought. I'm judging not the main situation, but you know, one specific part of it. And the main judging is going on in the big room, and that's the confluence of all of the other judgments. So this is the most judged conference I think you could ever go to. I've been in lots of juries, I have to say, and this conference is one of the best in terms of breadth and depth of architects. Mostly, you know, the judgments are very small, and people in a single room, and you don't get a world meeting of different kind of architects, especially the young. You don't get that. Here you do, and that's why I think WAF is the most interesting of all conferences or forums of debate. Really, today, it's the number one. And the question is, can it grow into even something bigger? To me, that's the big question. It's possible, but it would have to connect up with the way the global architectural world works. And that means getting the usual suspects to come, the big heavy hitters who, you know, except for 1 or 2, haven't come here, and who you need to make a true global community. Because global architecture is now, after 40 years of architects always getting in a plane, now constitutes its own tradition. And as far as I can see, having been on many juries, this one has the best bottom-up mixture of world architecture opinion. It's the best for the young. I tell my daughter, who's 30, to come here and meet and network with the people. But what it's missing is the top world architects, the top 10, top 20. And if you could get them here, it would be an ideal situation, because then you could really get a dialogue going on a Saturday, let's say, with about the big questions. And they would give the WAF the kind of presence that you need to really confirm its global importance. Well, this conference that you've organized, this World Conference, is incredibly well taken, because it brings in the young who are creating at the edge of the top world architects. The problem is that you don't have the top 20 global architects who do constitute a team that flies around the world and gets the top commissions. And they carry on a discourse which is really needed to give WAF the kind of dialogue that sets the world agenda. You know, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there used to be world organizations like CIAM and Team 10 and so on. And they would meet in Barcelona, and then everybody would read what they said, and that set the world agenda. Now we have global architecture, but we don't have one organization that tries to pull the global discourse together. And WAF could do it if you added on top of your structure these kind of dozen architects who set the discourse.